Harper and Harper Audio present Warriors Super Edition, Ivypool's Heart by Erin Hunter. Performed by Katie Anvil Rich. For Roberta. Prologue. A stiff wind was blowing, making Whistlepaw's eyes water and flattening her fur against her sides. She stood on a rocky ridge, digging her claws hard into the scanty soil as she struggled to keep her balance. From the dizzy height, she stared out across an endless stretch of water, so huge that she couldn't see the other side. Is this what Crowfeather calls the sun-drowned place? She asked herself, remembering the stories the Wind Clan deputy told about his journey so many seasons before. Then recognition swept over her. This again. I've had this dream before. The surface of the water was continually shifting, glittering in the sunlight. For a few heartbeats, Whistlepaw gazed out across it, drinking in its beauty. But when she looked down to where the cliff fell away beneath her paws, she saw sharp rocks poking out of the water, with the waves churning around them, tossing spray high into the air. Struggling against panic, Whistlepaw dug her claws in even harder, imagining herself swept from her precarious pawhold, flailing helplessly in the air, before being dashed against the rocks and overwhelmed by the battering waves. Then another sound pierced Whistlepaw's ears. The voices of kits, crying plaintively as if they were begging for help. Their cries were distorted, mingled with the noise of wind and water and echoing all along the ridge. Whistlepaw felt her heart overwhelmed with pity. Where are they? She wondered, gazing all around her but seeing nothing except the cliff and the fearsome expanse of water. Before she could begin to search, a crushing sensation swept over her. She felt as though she were being buried under a massive weight of earth, cut off forever from light and warmth. It was guilt, as though she were responsible for the danger and terror of the kits. "But it's not my fault," she wailed silently. "I would never hurt them." Fighting against the sensation, Whistlepaw was still trying to work out where the kits' cries were coming from when a shadow fell over her. She looked up to see thick clouds surging across the sky, so fast that the sunlight was cut off in heartbeats. Thunder rumbled above her head, and the wind buffeted her with fierce gusts. A torrent of rain fell from the sky, soaking Whistlepaw's fur between one breath and the next. Then she saw him, a brown tabby tom, desperately trying to keep his balance on a narrow ledge halfway up the cliff. He whipped his head around, trying to follow the direction of the kit's cries, and Whistlepaw realized that the suffocating sense of guilt was coming from him. But who is he? Suddenly the tabby tom stopped searching and gazed at her directly, a solemn purpose in his eyes. "You must make it right," he told her, his voice rising above the clamor of the storm, "or they are lost forever." Lost forever? Whistlepaw wondered. Make what right? I've never seen these cats before. As he finished speaking, a loud yowl rose from somewhere in the distance. "Come down! Come down!" Looking beyond the tabby tom, Whistlepaw spotted a group of about 10 cats standing on a stretch of pebbly ground farther along the water's edge. It looked like the end of a trail that turned away from the water, through a gap in the cliff. Behind the cats, a range of hills led to the foot of a tall mountain. Looking up, Whistlepaw could see a bald, rocky top in the shape of a fox's head. "The storm is getting worse," another of the group caterwauled. "It's now or never. Stay and we all die." "We can come back for them," a third cat screeched, "but we have to go, now." Once again, Whistlepaw heard the plaintive voices of the kits. They sounded closer now. She
Sample complete. Ready to continue?